Hi, I'm from PPAR Studios and my name's Isaac, and today I'm just going to be experimenting with some ideas that I had for some music for our thriller film. The scene where we will have the music is literally just after this girl's been stabbed, and it goes into kind of like the daylight setting by a river. So I wanted it to be quite like fading in and out. I didn't want it to like go in quite like forcefully, and I wanted it to be quite acoustic as well because I felt like that went with the whole rural area that we have. So a lot of acoustic instruments I found was I really like piano. I really wanted to have piano in it, and I also wanted like a beat in it, so some percussion instruments, but I didn't want anything again like too strong or too electronic. So I thought about it, and in the end I just picked one that was really simple. I either thought of the cajon, which is, I'll just get it, it's this box here, and what you do is you just sit on the box and you can just hit it, and practically anybody can do it as well. You just like anything really, but in the end I thought that it had quite a lot of like echo on it, and I didn't really want that. So after I thought about that, I still wanted something like a beat, but I didn't know what I used, and something that I found that was really easy was claves, and they are basically, you just hit these two sticks together, and you can hit them in loads of different rhythms as well, and they're quite sharp as well actually, so it's nice to cut through the pedal on the piano. So you could do something like, just like anything really. They're quite quiet as well, so they're not overbearing. They kind of are like an underlining to like what you've got going on. So then I wanted a tune, and I thought definitely pick a minor key, so I picked A minor. It's a pretty simple key. I didn't want it minor like harmonic. I didn't want it to be, you know, like quite harsh sounding. I wanted it to be quite mellow. And I think I got that in the end. I think A minor is probably the best key for that, even though it is a pretty easy key. So I thought about what starting note, and again, quite a mellow note that people are quite familiar with was C. And I thought that was quite nice to just have that quietly come in. And it actually works really well, because you can only hear it slightly when it comes in. So I'll just play that for you. So the opening is literally just... and then it gets slightly more faster, it doubles in rhythm. But the thing about this is that it sounds still quite raw. It sounds quite like staccato, and it's not very fluid. So what I again wanted to do is put a pedal on it, which I thought would sound really good. So you could have like... and it sounds quite ghostly, as you can hear, and it's really nice to fade in and out, that kind of sound. So I wanted to develop a bit more after that. So after the initial bars of just minims on a C and then crotchets on a C, I then had an idea, and I'm just going to play that for you now. And it's quite an easy tune, but it's nice to listen to. I took inspiration from that, in particular from Le Revenant. So that used quite a nice tune, I think on like xylophones and glockenspiels, and it was a very like lullaby tune. It really worked with the area, and seeing as our area is also rural, I thought it would be quite nice to get some inspiration from that. So something like yeah, so really like going up and down, but not too far up and not too far down, and not too high as well. Sticking to really the middle of the piano, I thought was quite important, because it's just quite a nice fading sound. It doesn't really cut through anything, so it kind of goes through, and you don't like, it goes along with what's happening on the screen. You know, it doesn't stand out awkwardly. It kind of just fades in and out, which I think is quite important. Or something like yeah, so that's still quite a little bit sharp. It's still, I feel like that's even still a little bit overbearing. So I guess you could. Yeah, so instead of going up, you could go down, and that makes it feel a little bit more ghostly even. So I feel like that's coming along quite nicely. And what I'd have, once I do all the editing, what I'd quite like to have is the claves come in. So something like just like in the 4/4 tempo, the 4/4 time signature, that would be quite nice to come in. Not even gradually, just come in like at the end of 4 bars. A bit like in the style of minimalism, really. I did some minimalism for my GCSE, and I really enjoyed making it. And it's quite nice for openings, actually, because, like I said, it's very, very like set and rhythmic, and if you do it well, it can just fade in and it can just fade out really nicely. So that is the style that I'm kind of going for. It's very simplistic. I really didn't want it to be overbearing, but you'll hear it when it's done, and I can't wait, really.